from Daniil Medvedev attempting a tennis masterpiece, but giving us an ultimate fail to Lucas Pouille serving the racket instead of the ball. Here are the dumbest plays in tennis history. Be warned, some of these are really dumb. We're starting off strong here with Daniil Medvedev looking right when he really should be looking left. The guy ended up missing the baseline by 3 meters. It's one thing to serve outside of the court lines. Hey, the best of the best have done it at some point in their careers, right?
Oh, how has he missed that? On match point.
And just like that, here's another example of when a commentator voiced our frustrations out perfectly.
Oh my words. What on earth has he done there?
Here's another reminder that you could be the king of kings and still make a mistake from time to time. But I guess in Roger Federer's defense, he didn't anticipate Jack Sock shaking his butt after he gave Federer a particularly bad pass.
He deserved to get one there, didn't he?
Though first we have Jared Donaldson, who had Evan King sweating, cursing, and by the looks of this clip, losing his mind a little. But it looked like King had his eyes set on someone in the audience because he shot the ball up and swung his racket at the stands. Oh, and yeah, by the way, Donaldson won that day in case it wasn't obvious. The world's focused on Matteo Berrettini right now, so let me remind you of that one time he missed so badly that it was almost comedic.
Oh.
Saw that in his opening match against Corey. Had a
For a second there, you'd think that Hugo Humbert was giving Mikael Ymer a real run for his money at the 2019 Next Gen ATP Finals.
That's a big miscue.
Roger Federer losing a final? Almost sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Oh, it was against Rafael Nadal. Okay, that rings some truth. Continuing with a more light-hearted fail from Federer, when he missed the court entirely when trying to make a serve. He even cheekily asked the umpire, "Out?"
wild. Just checking it was out.
Stefanos Tsitsipas might have won both times he's faced off against Guido Andreossi, but it'll never stop being funny rewatching him stumble and fall back at the 2019 Estoril, Portugal. Novak Djokovic is sitting comfortably at the top spot in the tennis world. Sure, he's messed up over the years, but it was all worth it, right? A few fumbles, however, are a lot harder to forgive than others, and the 2016 semi-final against Kei Nishikori was one of them. But we have some even dumber plays coming later this video. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Round 2. Carlos Alcaraz versus Novak Djokovic. 2023 Wimbledon Finals. Need I say more? The best of the best were facing off for the tennis world's most coveted trophy, and that's when Djokovic decided to slip up, because not only did Alcaraz win that day, but he managed to get under Djokovic's skin, just enough for him to smash his racket into the net and get slapped with a fine for bad sportsmanship. Can you believe that? No, Mr. Commentator. I'm sure none of us could believe that Alexander Zverev would break his rhythm like that in the second set of the men's 2018 ATP Tour. To be fair, Alex dealt with the misstep like a champ. Someone else, someone from Serbia, if you catch my drift, would have smashed his racket.
Oh, can you believe that?
Wow.
You know who's a real good sport, though? The GOAT himself, Roger Federer. Still, just because he's made tennis history with his great plays doesn't mean he hasn't made tennis comedic gold with some of his, many of his misses over the years, too. Denis Shapovalov's won against Goldo Pella both times the tennis players have faced off. But the Argentinian's given Shapovalov a run for his money, I'll tell you that, especially at the 2020 ATP Masters in Rome. It's the second set between the two.
Yeah, 3 really good deep shots in a row there from Pella. I was actually very impressed. The first 2, Shapovalov barely flinched.
Nicolas Basilashvili had his eye on the ball all throughout his game against Roberto Bautista Agut at the 2021 Qatar event. You could see the hunger in his eyes and then the disappointment on his face when he missed an easy serve from the Spaniard. To be fair, the ball hit the edge of his racket and was flying across the court. Does that give him half a point? He didn't need it anyway since he won that game in the end. It's been a hot minute since we've seen either Miles Raonic or Steve Johnson in action, but this clip of Johnson serving or at least attempting to serve and landing the ball on the opposite end of the court, miles and miles away from his opponent, will always live rent-free in our heads. Add insult to injury. Raonic won that day at the 2014 event. Ending with a personal favorite and probably the most epic dumb serve in all of tennis history. Let's talk about the 2019 ATP Masters in China, where France's Lucas Pouille attempted to serve the ball, but instead sent his racket shooting up into the air. It was comedic and melodramatic at the same time. Funny more so for everyone else that day, except the Frenchman, who looked like he just couldn't believe what he'd done. Would you call this a first in tennis? Going from the dumbest plays to the most incredible. You should see when Roger Federer hit a shot so good, he himself couldn't believe what he had just done. Or when Cuevas hit this absolutely insane no-look drop shoot tweener. I know you want to see that. So don't be shy and watch the 33 most incredible shots in tennis history. Come on, what are you still doing here? Click the video, it's right there.